Originally, this video was supposed to showcase the difference in how much you can make mining in Stanton compared to mining in Pyro. But as you will see at the end of this video, we had a completely different outcome. So stay tuned to the end to see why you should avoid mining in Pyro. What's up, citizens? Welcome to 2 Hours in the Verse. I'm Run7. Today, we're going to be showing you a truncated version of a live stream of 2 hours of IRL time and what you can accomplish in that time. We're going to be going to Pyro, and we're going to be rock mining on Ignis and comparing that to previous adventures of us rock mining Hadanite in Stanton and see how that pays off. Now, rumor has it that there are going to be some excellent ways to make money in Pyro aside from mining rocks or salvaging or all the other tricks you've heard of. And so we're probably going to get into those, but I did want to, before I jump into all of the storyline fights there in Pyro, I wanted to take a look and see what Hadanite mining is going to be like. And the word is Ignis. Ignis? I think that's where we're going. Ignis is where it's at. So let's jump over there. We're going to throw that 2 hour clock up there in the top right-hand corner, and we're going to get counting. So I am stationed at Pyro Gateway. That's where we're going to be starting. And word to you guys, Pyro Gateway is a fantastic place to make your home in Stanton. If you like Stanton, but you also want to travel into Pyro, Pyro Gateway in Stanton is pretty fantastic. And the reason is because it has all the amenities, loading docks, cargo, it has the refinery, all that. You can buy weapons, ship weapons, armor, everything is here. The only thing that you can't get at Pyro Gateway is probably Tiger Claws and the Pembroke backpack. That's about it. So, stock up on the Pembroke suit, which you can find in Loreville, and then dump a bunch at the Pyro Gateway and make that, your harbor of choice. I think it's a pretty good place to be parked at. All right, let's check our loadout and show you guys what I am working with my little GQ pose. I've got a RYT multi-tool here on my hip. I have a bunch of med pens. I've got some guns, which we shouldn't need, but it's Pyro. It's a dangerous place. So I went with the P4 AR, which is a weapon you can pick up at most shops, along with the Gallant rifle. And then I have them equipped with the 2X scopes and some stabilizers and compressors, just some stock attachments that you can find in the stores. I am using the Pembroke backpack so that if we do need to carry some Hadanite, I can carry 180K in that. And then my ADP armor, which has 40% reduction. And since Ignis isn't extreme temperatures, we can get away with -70 to 100 degrees Celsius. Also, I've got 8 cans of Cruise Lux in there because we only drink the good stuff. All right, let's get down to our ship. We've got our rock loaded in the back. We've got thrusters equipped. We're turning on the engines and closing the doors. And we're gonna hail for an opening here. Look at that, they're gonna even let us out. And we're gonna make our way to the Pyro Gateway, and I'll see you guys on the other side of that. The halfway point to Ignis is Checkmate Station. We're gonna refuel there, and there is an issue in Pyro that when you refuel at Checkmate, and maybe other places too, I don't know, that you need to store your ship and bring it back up again after refueling for it to actually take place. So remember that, hopefully that gets fixed in docks. All right, coming in on Checkmate. Let's get ourselves a parking spot. We'll be sure to store our ship and unstore our ship. There's my hangar. And for some reason, they close the doors fast around here. They don't give you much time to get a landing spot. So you gotta hustle to your door. I really don't like it. I wish they would give you some more time. It always freaks me out and I come in way too fast. And I'm always worried I'm gonna crash. I'm not good at coming in for a landing when I have all the time in the— See, look at that crap! Oh, I could've like raced it, but I really don't wanna screw up this recording for the video, so we're gonna just call for another hangar and get the door to open up again. Let's see if it'll give me the same door. That'd be cool if it did. There we go, good. All right, we'll try this again. Remember, if you don't make it to the door in time, if you're newer and you don't make it to the door in time, just don't race it. Just don't. Just call it again. It takes a few extra seconds, and if you crash trying to race in there and blow your ship up, it will take you like 20-30 minutes to get back to where you are. Because remember, right now, our imprint is in Stanton. So we would have to go back to Stanton, call in our ship, and go through this whole process again. This is another reason why I'm not really big on rock mining in Pyro because of the different risk levels involved and the time it takes to get around. The smallest setback can really destroy you. And of course, there's hostiles everywhere, so I run around very scared for my life. Okay, we stored our ship, we brought it back up, it's been refueled, everything should take effect, and we should have plenty of fuel to go over to Ignis, do our mining, and hopefully get back to the Pyro Gateway. We will have to stop at Checkmate Station on the way back to refuel again, because to Ignis and back is like 14,000 out of the 8,000, whatever, I don't know math. It's almost half our fuel. Remember, if at any time you want to catch the full playthrough of this video, you can go check it out on my primary channel where all of my live streams are recorded on YouTube. Links in the description below, or you could join us live on Twitch and interact with us and have some fun. Chat loves to heckle me with some of the channel point redemptions while we record these things. You want to stop halfway and then fly down? Yeah. The thing is, this planet is so far out of the way, only a moron would come to Ignis to do mining, so I'm really not worried about other people. Yesterday, we were trying to do this, and I accidentally cut my thrusters instead of set my landing gear out, and I fell out of the sky and blew my ship up, and I was really, really upset with myself. So cutting my engines anywhere near this planet just scares me to death. Unavailable faction. That actually looks like a freelance, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like a freelance? That does look like a freelance. I wonder where that is. It says it's over here. Is that it? Let's find the sun and travel towards it or away from it. There's the sun. So we're gonna flip 180 degrees this way and then rotate around, which is gonna put us on a heading of about 300. So we'll stay on a 300 heading to stay in the sunlight. Also, let's call it 320, and we're gonna stay in the mountainous ranges and see how that goes. We're gonna switch to regular flight mode so we don't go too fast. And then we're gonna switch into scanning mode so we can see what we're scanning for. You don't wanna use a landing marker. It will increase the chance of players finding you. I don't know how to use a landing marker, so we should be safe there. All right, so chat says don't use landing markers and stay away from any kind of warp point. Well, that's a freelance. I doubt he's gonna come and attack me, right? All right. We're ready to scan. Ashland is a landing marker. Oh, I see. Just stay away from the landing markers when you zoom in. Okay. The weird thing about this planet is that no matter what, it says I'm at 3 kilometers high, but these mountains I'm gonna run into them. So I don't pay too much attention to the altimeter when I'm here in Ignis. I just make sure I don't run into the ground, and then we throw out some scans, and hopefully we'll find something good. 350 meters per second and ping for unknown signal less than 3 kilometers from you. Yeah, the Hadanite usually pops in about 2.7, 2.8, and then I've gotten used to seeing the spread of the rocks on the ground from a distance. It's either Dolvine or Hadanite. Those are the only ones I even swoop in to check on anymore. That's probably not Hadanite either. That cluster isn't close enough together, but we'll come in just in case. Oh, you mean when it comes in less than 3K that it's gonna be Hadanite? There's no Dolvine here? You're telling me I won't get my hopes up? You're telling me everything under 3K is gonna be just orgasmically fun? That looks good. That could be it. Yeah, there we go, Hadanite. Nice. All right, we're gonna touch down right here. I don't know how close we are to that Hadanite, but I think we're gonna be close enough. All right, and we're gonna open those doors, shut off our thrusters, and we're gonna hop out and do some Hadanite mining. All right, folks, we're pulling up on our Hadanite rocks. We're gonna mine these, put them in the back of our rock. That I did bring a 1 SCU container, but we noticed that it's almost impossible to fill up your rock fast enough in 2 hours of IRL time. So we normally don't even bother using those extra SCU containers, which you can increase your hourly payout if you're staying for longer than 2 hours. That's a really good idea on how to broaden that. For more details, you can check out one of my other videos on Hadanite mining. All right, that got us 27 CSCU. That's a really good haul. I like anything over 20, I consider a win and worth your stop. That was 27, which is solid. So if we continue to find groupings of Hadanite, and chat tells me that we will, we should do pretty darn good here. Another perfect parking job right there by me. Hadanite, baby. Look at that. Zenith team wasn't lying to us. This is why we do this live. Chat helps us out tons, and we find tricks and tips on how to do it the right way. And you can be a part of that action. Links in the description. Self-promotion over. All right, we found this other deposit of Hadanite, and we're gonna mine this up real quick and get on to the next spot. We are at 145. I think that's all we're gonna get done. Let's real quick take a look at how many rocks we got in the back. We basically picked up, what was that, 2? We basically found 2 deposits. If we find something on our way out, we'll maybe go grab some more. But I kind of feel that's gonna be it for our journey. 666 stones. That's what we were able to get. We gotta go sell this. Alternatively, of course, you could move the stones into a 1 or 2 SCU container, and you could, come on, get up there, you tubby. Let's go. Nope, not gonna make it. All right, I might have to go climb in the back. We're kind of on a hill here. Alternatively, you could put all your stones into a 1 or 2 SCU container and continue rock mining, and you would increase your overall per hour payout because you'd be spending less time flying around the galaxy looking for a place to sell and more time mining rocks. Alternatively, you could also just store them, go park your ship, pick it up another 2-hour stint later. But you run the risk of, the longer you stay out, a glitch happening or someone shooting you or finding you and destroying you and losing everything. So we're gonna pull out now and go find a place to sell, and we'll tally up our take for the 2-hour stream. So on our way out, we found another large deposit of Hadanite, and I just couldn't resist it. So we're landing, we're gonna go scoop that up. This will put us over the 2-hour mark. I'm sorry that's not displayed in the top. That's technical difficulties. I had to take a leak and I switched scenes and it screwed it all up. Anyways, so I'm gonna go mine this Hadanite and I'll calculate that cost and throw it up, but just know that this will take you longer than 2 hours to reach the number we're gonna showcase. But on the way into Jackson to make the sale, here's where everything goes wrong. Oh, son of a bee, we're out of here. We're out of here, come on. No! God damn it, f these f***ing murder hobos! This is why Pyro sucks ass! I just want to make my sale! We were just blown out of the sky on our way to Jackson to make a sale and lost everything. So we spent more than 2 hours in Pyro mining Hadanite to come up with less than 0. We're gonna have to pay to have our ship brought back to us. We're gonna have to cover the cost of our suit and guns and all the gear that was blown up on the ship. We're gonna have to pay to recover our rock. Everything is gone because we chose to mine in Pyro. This is why I think mining in Pyro is an absolute waste of your time. If you're interested in PvE content, stay in Stanton. We aren't going to be able to calculate the amount of rock that we had because, I mean, we had like well over 1,000 units, well over 1,000 gems in our ship, probably somewhere close between 300,000 and 500,000 credits worth. And it's all gone because we chose to mine in Pyro, where you can't do anything fun and simple without running into murder hobos who shoot you senselessly. I'm pretty upset about this. This was yet another day lost. Wasted all that time and effort and found a really good place to mine Hadanite and Pyro and lost it all because we can't find a safe place to sell our rocks. Forget Pyro. I'm not doing this anymore. If you want to make money in Pyro, do what everybody else is doing in Pyro. You can catch me for the next video when we go through those game loops to show you how you should make money in Pyro. Don't do it by mining. Don't bother salvaging. That stuff should be done where it's safe back in Stanton. Join me next time. I'm Run7. Thanks. Bye. You know why you're having a hard time landing? You don't have your wife in the passenger seat telling you how to drive. That could be. Wanky is a very technical term.
Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Safe travels, he says.